they don't have access to electricity. So this can be instantly put in place and give them that access.
This clinic in Tanzania in Southeast Africa is just a tiny building in a small village in a small corner of the world that does not have electricity. But there are many corners without electrical power. The United Nations estimates 1.4 billion people, that's about 1/4 of the world's population, does not have electrical power. The Charlotte engineering firm wants to change that.
So in Africa, where we've primarily sold this, sun hours aren't a huge problem. So you just put your solar panel out, and by the end of the day, the battery will be fully charged, gives you plenty of light and phone charging ability throughout the night.
This is Firefly.
Each of these lights has 5 meters of cable. So you mount this head unit in a central location in your house, and then you have 5 meters. You can go in any direction. And so for some of the homes there, that's plenty.
Like its namesake in nature, Firefly is small, portable, and bright. The 20-watt solar panels can recharge the lithium-ion battery in about 6 hours. 5 LED lights and 1 USB port can be powered for up to 12 hours. The parts can be easily swapped out and replaced if there's a problem. It is all the brainchild of researchers at American Engineering Group, or AEG.
So without having to put a lot of money into infrastructure to build power plants and transmission lines and those type of things, you can quickly come in and set up a small system and be self-sufficient.
Scott Draffin helped design Firefly. He's got more ideas.
This product was designed for portability, so to give you power wherever you wanted it, not just tied to a landline or an outlet, but you could take this, set it up with your solar panel. That it comes with a foldable.
No, that's the solar panel?
Yes. It's an amorphous silica, so it's foldable and it's pretty resilient. So it's a product that you can kind of lay out, and I mean you can put it on the ground, and it takes a licking and keeps on ticking, if you will.
So I just lay this out and I've got power.
Exactly. You got DC power, and then you can in turn put it into this box, which has the batteries, and it also has an inverter on board. So this will give you AC out on your output side. So over here.
What made this all possible was the company's commitment to R&D, research and development. At a time when a lot of companies were cutting back on R&D, they went for it. They built an 8,000 square foot building strictly devoted to research and development. In fact, rolled this camper in to figure out how to power a camper with solar power.
And gave some of our key engineers a blank sheet of paper and said, do R&D. That was a several-year evolution, but what it got to was off-grid solar renewable energy. We learned a lot about it, did some things that were very interesting but not practical, and evolved towards something that was practical, but gained along the way a really nice understanding of how to do distributed energy, how to put in place a power system that's solar powered at the point of use that's not related to the grid.
That deep dive into R&D took several years to develop Firefly and related products. AEG is selling them commercially, but in its quest to light the developing world, the company now has an office in Tanzania and agents in several other nations. AEG works with some nonprofits, but the primary focus is social entrepreneurship.
But to build a local team that has a profitable company and is able to expand and scale really allows that business to grow into something that continues to impact lives beyond when a grant would run out or beyond when donor funding runs out. This is a sustainable model that can grow within the country. We actually built a team of local individuals that are now running sustainable business over there.
The goal is to provide basic services with a primary focus on clean power.
We've put Firefly in churches in Africa, in clinics, hospitals, homes, all sorts of different places where light's needed. And it's really cool to be able to take the power of the sun and transform it into light you can use to power. You can read from it, study, cook at night, and then also charge your cell phone.